Gupta, who's the senior editor. Swarajya is with us here on the broadcast, and Mr. Kamruzan Chaudhary, who's the leader of the Congress party, is also with us. Sir, good morning to both of you. Mr. Chaudhary, serious allegations. I mean, is it just now a matter of mere formality to announce who the next Congress party president is? Because serious allegations are being levelled by Shashi Tharoor.
Well, a very good morning to you, Pratibha, and your Tusharji out here. The first basic point is that, you know, in Hindi mein ek kahavat hai, khisiai billi khamba noche. That is the condition of the Bharatiya Janata Party. They cannot simply gauge the fact that the Congress party, such a big political party, is holding its presidential election. How is that even possible? You know, out of the 137 years of history, Congress party is the only party which has held a genuine election for at least seven times. This is the seventh time that the election to elect his new president is there. Having said that, you must understand that the entire process has been managed by a team of very professional managers who conducted the election to the best of their ability and to the best of fairness. Now at the fag end, when the results are being counted, then you put up some allegations to feed to the opposition's coffer that
no, but Mr. Chaudhary, these allegations are made by Shashi Tharoor himself. He is a Congress party leader. No, he is a sitting MP.
These allegations are baseless. But then if Shashi ji has made those allegations, there is Madhusudan Mistry ji, who has conducted himself throughout this election process in a very nice and decent manner. He is looking into the issue. If at all there are some allegations are there, we cannot say any election process in India, there is a chance, there is a scope for some malpractice. But then that cannot be deciding factor for the outcome of the result.
No, but it's not whatever just about the outcome, because this is not a charge that he has made right now. Mr. Chaudhary, you'll agree that even in the build-up to the actual voting taking place, he had been making similar allegations. Tushar Gupta, first the Congress party is saying in 137 years, you know, Congress party is the only party that actually has an internal democracy. But the criticism for that aside, we have Shashi Tharoor, who has come out time and again, now not the first time. Now, of course, he has said there has been rigging, but before this as well, he said this is not a level playing field. He hinted in as many words that the Gandhis are backing Mallikarjun Kharge, and that's why the Congress party, it's a foregone conclusion that Kharge is going to be the new Congress president.
Well, a very good morning to you, Pratibha, Amita and Mr. Chaudhary here. Today, it's not about the history of the Congress. We can cite the 137-year-old history, though the Congress imploded multiple times in between. We have to talk about the future of the Congress today. Now, one question I have been asking since the day the elections were announced was that Mr. Kharge or Mr. Tharoor, whoever wins, can they go and replace Rahul Gandhi as the face of the Bharat Jodo Yatra? If that cannot happen, this entire election is an exercise in futility. And now you have Mr. Tharoor, who earlier said that the delegates were being pressurized to vote for Mr. Kharge, which is a public secret that he is being backed by 10 Janpath. And now for Mr. Tharoor to come out and say that the entire election process has been rigged, that raises a lot of questions. Look, again, you might talk about Congress having an election, but this is a first presidential election after they've lost state after state. They've lost 2 national elections and they do not look in a very good position for 2024. So this is more of a forced presidential election. So the question boils down to, are the Gandhis willing to give up control? Later today, when the results come out, there are 3-4 things I'm looking forward to particularly. One, the vote share difference between Mr. Kharge and Mr. Tharoor. That will indicate what the party is thinking, at least on the ground level. Number 2, does Mr. Kharge get a landslide victory? Because if that's the case, the Congress is sticking to its old formula where they want to trust the Gandhis ahead of 24, and we all know what that will lead to. Number 3, if Mr. Tharoor wins, if by some miracle Mr. Tharoor actually manages to grab a victory, what would that indicate for the future of the Gandhis within the party, their stature? And point number 4, whoever is the new president, what vision do they have for the upcoming elections of Gujarat and Himachal? Because the people I've been talking to in these states, they just tell me one thing,
not just
that the Congress is absent.
Tushar, Mr. Chaudhary, if I can come back to you on that. Let's leave aside what the BJP has to say about the Congress party election or selection, what they have been calling it so far. Let's talk about the Congress leaders themselves, because there have been other Congress leaders who have been asking Rahul Gandhi that stop your Bharat Jodo Yatra for now and currently focus on the elections of Gujarat and Himachal, where Congress party is facing a very tough competition with the BJP already, but also it is the Aam Aadmi Party which is now in the fray.
Well, you must understand one simple fact out here, that Bharat Jodo Yatra is not about winning elections out here. The greater cancer that has engulfed our society today is how to do a Bharat Todo. When you are dividing the society on religious and sectarian lines, when innocent people are behind bars without any trial, when the entire institutions that we were proud of once upon a time have been compromised, when there is a definite rise in the economic instability of the country, when the poor are getting poorer, when when 80 crore people are being fed by the government, then there is definitely a problem. And Rahul Gandhi ji has embarked on this yatra to highlight those issues, not to win the elections. Come whatever may be, Gujarat elections may come every 5 years. But then if the country itself is in danger, if the ethos, if the constitution of the country is in danger, then there has to be a Bharat Jodo Yatra. And I don't see any reason why Rahul Gandhi should stop his yatra. In fact, the yatra should be continuing for the next 5 more years to jodo each and every nook and corner of the country. That's the basic reason out here.
All right. You know, just about 45 minutes to go when the counting is going to officially begin. Just ahead of that, we have Shashi Tharoor, who has said that rigging has taken place. Interesting developments expected, but for now we'll have to leave it at that. Mr. Kamruzan Chaudhary as well as Tushar Gupta, thank you so much for joining us. We're slipping into a short break here.